Hello, and welcome to another edition of Tips and Tricks, which is a series where I look at unconventional or unexpected usages of my plugins. Today we're going to look at how Waymaker can combine with Weeping Wall to create a kind of delay texture with a little bit of spice on it. We're going to create a delay that kind of introduces these fills every so often, just to kind of keep the music moving and introducing a little bit of interest every now and then. So to start, I'm going to play you this sequence that I have going. Just a little electric piano loop. So it's pretty basic, and let's start sending that to Weeping Wall. I got Weeping Wall on a send track, and I'm going to send that electric piano part to Weeping Wall, which I currently have set up as, it's going to make quarter note loops. It's going to be 4 of them, and no jitter, so just a rhythmic kind of looping effect. So let's hear how that sounds. So already it's introducing just a little bit of kind of rhythmic atmosphere behind that piano loop. And I have a little bit of reverb after Weeping Wall as well, just so you know. So let's make this a little bit more interesting. I am going to connect Waymaker to Weeping Wall. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a step sequence. I am going to create a 4-step sequence. I'm going to set it to half notes. So right now the sequence does nothing, but what I want to do is I want to make the last step do something different. So I'm going to make it up an octave. So you can see that this sequence is going to do nothing most of the time, but then every so often it throws something interesting in there. So let's just hear how that sounds. So I like that because now Weeping Wall kind of gets its chance to stand out and introduce something, just a bit more exciting every so often. You could also do this with like an octave down and get kind of like a slow motion effect every so often. Very cool. You can also mess around kind of like with the timing of that one interesting stage. You can kind of see here, I'm just looking at the sequence. There's kind of some room maybe here on this 3rd step to do something a little different. Let's try that. Let's make that quarter notes. also think about this on a longer time scale as well, where if we slow this down, maybe all the way to whole notes, like this almost becomes like an automation lane for the pitch of Weeping Wall, but it becomes, something a bit more like algorithmic and something you can really dial in just by feel. So let's hear how this sounds on a slower time scale. Nice. So all of this also works. I mean, if you're introducing jitter, like this doesn't have to be a synced looper size. And that's cool too, because, even if this is kind of free running, if Weeping Wall is doing whatever it wants, I still think it can be cool to kind of take loops with a random timing and kind of change their pitches at a regular rate. I think that can be a nice kind of combined effect. Let's hear how that sounds. So even though the timing of these loops is really all over the place, we're still kind of conforming them to something a bit more regular. Which I think can be a really nice effect. Kind of that push and pull between something that's generative and something that's a bit more algorithmic, I think is a really interesting space to explore.